Today I'm going to talk about 5 tips when you're first starting your fitness journey, and I'm also kind of do like a get ready with me as well while we're doing this. So I just got out of the shower and I'm going to moisturize my face. Where is my little note? I guess first I'm going to do my makeup and then we'll do hair. 5 tips when you're starting your fitness journey. So tip number 1, something that has always helped me is waking up or before you go to bed, write a goal for the next day. Make it something small, don't make it huge. Like if you're just starting your fitness journey and you have that all or nothing personality like me, don't say you're gonna wake up the next day and run 5 miles because it's not gonna happen. Starting with a daily goal can lead to a 21-day habit. So if you go to bed each night and you say you're gonna do something the next morning, then do it. If you say, I'm gonna take the dog out for a 20-minute walk tomorrow, then wake up the next day with that mindset that you're gonna do it, and each day it'll get a little easier. Put this on my head and I'm gonna do my primer. I got a new primer and I think it's I'll show you guys. So I just got this in my Ipsy bag and it's base tart, double duty beauty. So we're gonna try this. Starting with a goal each day isn't just good when you're starting your fitness journey, it's also good for your mental health as well. So setting a goal and then following through with it makes you feel like you've accomplished something, and it makes you have a better day when you're doing those kind of things. So next I'm going to do my Bye Bye foundation. Okay, so my second tip would be, if you're a beginner and you have no idea where to start, how to work out, what to eat, if you don't know how to do any of that, if you can afford it, try and find a fitness coach to help you out. I personally started doing an online program when I first started out about 5 years ago. There was a girl, she's a big fitness influencer, and I started her 8-week fall challenge, and that's kind of how I started learning things. So she had a macro calculator in her program, so she didn't calculate macros for you, but she showed you how to do it, and that helped me a lot. I still wasn't doing things perfectly, I kind of just jumped in, and her programs were a bit more advanced, but I thought since I had done sports and stuff when I was younger, I thought I was a little bit more advanced, because for soccer, my junior year when we played, we would condition. And then I would go to the gym afterwards and I'm I'm so into fitness and this and that, and it wasn't like that, I thought I was doing things the right way, but I wasn't, and I actually ended up with a shoulder injury. I had gone through several coaches, and this one girl that had coached me thought it would be a good idea to do an overload. So if you don't know what an overload is, it's basically where you do 2 weeks, very heavy weights until failure. And you push yourself as hard as you can, and it is very difficult. If you have a coach that advises you to do an overload, I would advise you to drop that coach, because that's exactly how injuries happen, especially if you're not personally working with that coach every week. it's not a good idea. And you do not want to experience an injury like I did. I still suffer with shoulder pain every once in a while. It sucks, but I did go to physical therapy and it helped me a lot. So, like I said, if you can afford it, try and find a coach. I do online coaching programs, and usually there's a starting fee that I start you with for my customized programs, and I actually calculate your macros for you along with day workout regimen. Or depending on what your goals are, depending on how advanced, if you're a brand new person, beginner trying to get into fitness, it all depends on the questions that you answer for my program. So with my online coaching, I send clients, future clients, about 8 questions, and we figure things out from there. And then I let them know how much it's gonna cost. I'm not the type of coach to go ahead and start someone out on a program and then leave them in the dark, because I do not believe in that at all. I have been there and it sucks. So like I said, if you can afford it, go ahead and find someone to work with. I just started working with this new girl, and she's doing things the right way. So basically, she purchased my customized fitness plan, and then we are also going to train together once or twice a week. And that's how you honestly get the best results, is when you're training with a coach, along with following a nutrition guide and workout regimen whenever you're not training together. So she's definitely doing things the right way, and she's gonna see progress faster than others. Guys, I don't really do much with makeup. Like, I'm not a makeup guru whatsoever. I don't really have any idea what I'm doing. I just do my foundation, and I know how to do primer and all that. And like, look at my hair, it's a mess. I just washed it yesterday, and then I put it in a braid last night. So it's really soft, because how I make my hair soft is I use Joico leave-in conditioner, and it's for color treated hair, instant shine and repair treatment. So basically, you get out of the shower, you put it on your hair when it's damp, and you're supposed to rinse it out like the next morning. But I just put it on my ends and I leave it in. I mix it with my Olaplex, which Olaplex, all you blondes out there, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, because Olaplex is the main product that I focus on when it comes to my hair, because I do not want breakage. I don't want any of that. It has brought my hair back to life. I had little breakage up here, and now it's like completely grown out. I'm so happy about it. Tip number 3. If you're new to the gym and you're embarrassed and you don't want to go in by yourself because you don't know how to work the machines or what you're doing, go in with a friend, or if you have a family member that works out and knows what they're doing. I'm sure there's someone around you that has been to the gym or goes to the gym consistently and can show you around. If not, find a buddy that wants to start their fitness journey as well, and make it a priority to hit the gym with them, say 2 or 3 times a week, since you're just starting out. I would not suggest saying, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 times a week, because it's not gonna happen. You think it will, maybe it will for the first couple weeks, but that's how things go downhill really fast, because you make these big goals for yourself and then you won't follow through, especially if you're new in fitness. You wanna be really careful about making goals. You know, I have that all or nothing personality, as well as a lot of people that are watching this video probably. And it's difficult because you want to strive for perfection, and perfection is just not a real thing at all. never ever straighten my hair, but I'm gonna straighten it in this video because I'm going somewhere tonight. It's usually always wavy because I just put it in braids. Ladies, braiding your hair at nighttime is the best way to prevent breakage. So anyway, I'm just gonna put this. I just got this not too long ago. I use all different kinds of dry shampoos. I'm like all for trying new dry shampoos, so. Make sure you shake it up before you spray it on too. So tip number 4 that I have for you guys is download my Fitness Pal, and if you can't afford a coach, it's really important to see kind of where you're at with calories and tracking your food. I would suggest not changing anything in your diet for the first week. Eating what you normally do, but tracking it is gonna help you be aware of what you're putting in your body. So say, now this is how I used to be, like I'm like no joke, I will tell you. I posted in one of my videos before a little bit about binge eating. I would try and eat healthy here and there for a few months, and then I would deprive myself so much that I just wasn't able to stay consistent with my diet. So this is what I'm gonna put on my hair. It's called Perfect Shine Oil Mist. And a light reflecting hair oil mist for instantly smooth hair. So it smells really good. Oh yeah. It takes all the friction out of your hair. It's supposed to help. It's a heat protectant. It's paraben free. Nature Lab, Tokyo. So try and put it at the ends only. When I have a client that struggles with binge eating, my best advice would be to do a flexible diet. And that's kind of how I do things. I track my macros here and there for anyone that doesn't know what tracking macros are. So macros are your proteins, your fats, and your carbs. So those are the main things that a lot of fitness people focus on when it comes to eating. And then you have your micronutrients, which would be like fiber and sugar, those types of things. So like micronutrients would be like a leafy green, or any of your good sugars or bad sugars. So like there's good sugars in fruit and vegetables, and then you have your bad sugars that would be in like candy. So with flexible dieting, like let me give you an example. The other night I ate like my ground turkey tacos, 98% lean, and then a mild low sodium taco seasoning, and I didn't use the taco shell. I just did like a taco bowl with like lettuce and stuff, so it was more low carb because I was already pretty high in carbs for the day. But I wanted a little treat, so I had like, I don't know, 10 Skittles or something. Like I don't like to restrict myself because I've struggled with binge eating a lot in the past, and I still struggle with it every once in a while. It's not something that's gonna change overnight. I have clients text me saying, I've binged the last 4 days, like my progress has gone to shit, and it's difficult because you can work hard for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then binge for a consecutive 4 days, and you can lose, some progress that took you some weeks to get. That's why flexible dieting is so important, because if you're giving yourself those treats here and there, then it's going to limit those binges. Like, it's gonna eliminate the number of binges that would normally happen if you can have those treats here and there on a daily basis. Like, people ask me, oh, like, how many cheat days can I have and stuff? And it's like, well, you know, I cheat every single day. I'm not going to tell my client, oh, have one cheat day or have 2 cheat days, because I cheat a little bit every day. You know, like this morning, I knew I was gonna have a huge heavy day back workout, so I had a Pop-Tart before I went to the gym. So that's like 410 calories right there, and a lot of carbs. But then throughout my day, for me, I usually fast around lunchtime because my schedule is busy until like 2, 3 o'clock. And then I usually make my egg whites, my turkey bacon, and then I'll have, you know, something else. Or I'll have like a tuna packet, which that's just pure protein right there. And that just helps with my balance, you know, doing the fasting. So like I said, if you track your food, how you're eating normally, say you have 5 bags of goldfish every day, no matter what. You get home from work and you have those 5 bags of goldfish. Track those in MyFitnessPal, just so you can see what you're putting in your body. And then when you become aware of what you're putting in your body, you're more likely to start tracking things. And you don't want to become obsessed with it, because that leads to eating disorders and the binges and all of that. You don't want to become obsessed with it. If you forget to track something one day, who cares? Oh well, start new the next day. You know, sometimes I can get on myself because MyFitnessPal has like those goals, like, oh, you've tracked 40 days in a row, or you've tracked 60 days in a row, congratulations. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to track yesterday, you know, and now I'm not gonna get my goal. Who cares? You know, start again the next day. And as long as you're doing your best, then it doesn't matter if you track every single day. Well, the straightener that I use is nano titanium, and my hairdresser got me this straightener, I'd say like, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. I believe it was around like 130 or something. I'm not sure, I can't remember. I've only used it probably like a handful of times, not even 10 times, I don't think. But I love it. She had it and she would always use it on me after she would do my hair. And I'm like, oh, what kind of straightener is that? Like, it just straightens your hair perfectly. So, and that's kind of all that I do when it comes to hair and makeup. I don't do that much. My hair looks a little oily towards the bottom since I put that on. But see, these pieces up here broke off from when I used to bleach the shit out of my hair. So that sucks. They're growing back though. So my 5th tip that I have, and this is the most important one, is to be patient, because you're going to lose motivation. Some days you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be so motivated, saying like, I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning, I'm gonna go tonight too after dinner, I'm eating healthy all day. And some days you're gonna wake up and you're just gonna have a huge lack of motivation. And it's called being human. Just because you're in the fitness industry or something doesn't mean that you're perfect and you always are motivated. Some days I work out 7 days a week, and I continue consecutively working out for like 14 days. I worked out the past 14 days, and then the 3rd week comes along and I only work out 3 days a week. And it's okay, because that's how life is. Life gets in the way, we get unmotivated, and shit happens. So like I said, with that all or nothing personality, if you jump into it right away, it's gonna take you longer to see results, and it's gonna be harder to stay consistent. But if you find a balance, then it's gonna be easier to maintain that balance. So be patient. I'm on my 5th or 6th year right now, my fitness journey, and I still struggle with binge eating. I struggle with lack of motivation, and it's hard, but I'm more consistent with it now. And that's the only thing that matters. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel because it really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.